Sarla, Sip Chidanand, and the rest of you. I welcome you to the call. I was just taking a 2 hour walk in the mountains. I took a 2 hour walk in the mountain. I came back. I said, if I can be outside for 2 hours, I can be outside for another half an hour in the Zoom. And probably, I don't know, it's all fog. I don't know if you can see any of the mountain, but maybe if the sip is pours his sunshine on you, then you can see the mountains behind me. Today we have a subject. A subject of discussion is our life can be ordinary or extraordinary. Our life, my dear friends, our life can be ordinary or extraordinary. It's a choice. What do you want your life to be? Nobody will decide your life. You have to decide your life. And you can make it you can let it be ordinary, or you can add the extra. Now, somebody asked me, how is this going to be a spiritual subject? I said, let's wait and watch. Because I don't speak anything other than spiritual awakening. I don't speak any other topic. If you ask me, also very difficult. So, what is this ordinary and extraordinary business? Let me ask the masters on this call. I'm asking you, my dear Zoomers. You have been on this call for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. How have you made your life? How have you made your life from ordinary to extraordinary? Have you? If you have, tell us. If you want to, also give your shot. And if you don't know, then ask. Let us start. Who is going to start with the question, a life which is ordinary, a life which is extraordinary? Okay, we have Monal Jain, who's new in this call. She has first put her hand up first. We'll let Monal Jain ask, unmute her, then Komal and Krishna. Monal Jain, yes, please.
Sip, I would like to say I have expanded and created no limits for myself. And every day, step by step, I challenge any limit that I put on myself and come back to the realization that I am limitless. Who am I to limit myself? And from the practical aspect of life, I am attending this session as I had put in a request to interview you on my podcast.
Yes, yes.
And I must tell you something that that day when I was putting in the request, there was something in the air.
Oh.
I could feel it. I could sense it. As in, I could make out that my magnetic, the electromagnetic field or my aura is what I create. And that was the day when I was truly in belief of my inner self. And the kind of responses I got were also extraordinary. For me, the journey of starting this podcast itself has been extraordinary, from being the quietest person in any room to a person who's constantly writing and speaking.
Good. So it's always good to make your life. What you're telling me in this short comment of yours is that you have moved from a life which seemed to be ordinary, and you're now you already started that journey of it being extraordinary. It's very beautiful. But Monal, on this call, since you're on the first time, let me tell you, many people in this world, they just live and die. When something goes wrong, they look up at the sky, they cry, and they ask why. Because they don't understand the simple question, who am I? And because you do not understand the question, who am I, you don't realize, why did I come to earth? What is the cause of this human birth? So I'm happy to get onto your podcast whenever the team arranges that. But remember, Monal, it is a choice for us. Do we want our life to be an ordinary life?
True.
I always love to look at how God made the caterpillar to be so ordinary. But then he gave the chance of the caterpillar to go through the metamorphosis and become a beautiful butterfly. We all have the opportunity, right, Mona? So let us make today's call is to try to make our life extraordinary. Don't exist. So I congratulate you on your podcast, and I hope that you will do well, and we are with you. Okay, any other question you would like to ask?
I'm more eager to listen.
Okay, good. So let's
Thank
get
you.
on. Thank you for your starting the call, Komal and Krishna. Komal and Krishna. That's the question today. Our life can be ordinary or extraordinary. Some people ask me, why are you in Switzerland? Why do you go to this land and that land? And only today somebody told me, you deserve it. That's why somebody said you worked from 16 to 40. You worked for 25 years, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. I never thought of it because according to me, I never worked at all. It was all fun. But yes, even now, when I'm here 18 hours a day, my subject is to help people be extraordinary. Not the ordinary body that we seem to be, but the extraordinary divine soul that we are. Komal and Krishna.
Namaste, Shivoham.
Yes.
What is coming to my mind as per this is ordinary or extraordinary is that it's always much, much better to be an ordinary, and that extra is the problem. Because consciousness, as we were born, as in the reality, we are ordinary and all same. Only when we try to become that extra, we add something that we become a somebody. And that is all problem in the world.
So you're looking
That's
at the extra in the material
ordinary is
sense.
much, much better than being extraordinary.
So let me tell you, this is exactly why people get confused when Devi Chitrarekha asked me the question, Aham Brahmasmi. She told me, Aham Brahmasmi. Log bolte hain, main Brahm hu. Main hi Prabhu hu. I told her, let me give you a small correction here. Aham Brahmasmi means doesn't mean main Brahm hu. Then Komal, nobody should say Aham Brahmasmi, na. Why the Upanishad is saying? Why the Veda is saying Aham Brahmasmi? Aham Brahmasmi means
I
मैं
am that
कुछ नहीं,
ordinary person,
मैं
which is
कुछ नहीं, मैं कुछ नहीं,
kuch
सब
nahi
कुछ ब्रह्म
means,
है,
yeah,
सब कुछ ब्रह्म है.
yeah.
Now I'm asking you, look at this world in a different way. Look at the extraordinary way the Creator has made the universe. Then the universe also should have been ordinary. You should not have had
It is
turquoise
ordinary
beaches.
only.
No, no,
It is looking like extraordinary, but if you see everything is, uh,
no. I don't think that the universe is ordinary. I think it is amazing. I think it is extraordinary. And the Creator inspires us to be humble, extraordinary people, not proud, extraordinary people. You must add humility to your touch of extra. Extraordinary does not mean that you are great.
coming back to
Extraordinary.
our own reality, that's what came to my mind is being ordinary.
No, but please let me tell you one thing. Ordinary means being like Kida Makoda. To me, you are one of the
In that
ants.
sense, maybe, yeah.
No, you do not want to be just one amongst the 8 billion people who will live and die. You want to be a small fraction, 0.0001%, who will find out who am I. And you, when you become SIP, when you become part of the supreme immortal power, SIP, you become extraordinary. And that is the goal. The goal is, when write a bhajan, I don't know whether you heard this bhajan, I say, इंसान मैं नहीं सच में भगवान हूँ दिखता जो मैं वो नहीं आत्मा मैं हूँ अनुभूति हो गई एहसास हो गया नेति नेति तत्वमसी ये नहीं वो मैं हूँ. You must always remember you are that. And that is not ordinary, Komal. Take it in the right perspective. Don't take it in the arrogant
No,
perspective.
no,
Don't take it.
no, not in the arrogant or not in that. I'm taking
Yeah.
it in that perspective only. Ordinary, then you become extraordinary, then again back to that ordinary.
Then
That's way.
that's fine. You can take it like that. Okay, Krishna. Yes, Krishna. You want your life to be ordinary or extraordinary?
It's Shivoham. So I think our life has been transformed into extraordinary because now we don't think our life is a race or a chase to be an ace and to be caught in this worldly maze. because we have GGG, we have the grace of God and the guidance of a master. We may falter. You have made us realize the purpose, and we falter. And then, for me, it is like from the scorching heat, there is a shade where we can come and unburden everything. So, इससे ज़्यादा हमको कुछ नहीं चाहिए. It's such an extraordinary life.
Beautiful. So that is what. So when you,
we don't like
yeah.
to go to the pleasures now. कितना अच्छा लगता है कुछ भी हो. We are
Mm.
we falter. Yes, I myself have faltered a lot. Kitni bar, but a compassionate guru with us. We got a human life and a guru. इससे ज़्यादा it's a very extraordinary life, which very rare people will get it. And a daily satsang.
So Komal, Krishna, the only thing, Krishna, is this, that we feel that our life is now extraordinary. That feeling of extraordinary, what does it create? It creates an attitude of gratitude.
Yeah.
It creates an attitude of gratitude, and we say, Prabhu, 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 what you said, G, 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 G.
Yes.
Grace of God and the guidance of the master, right?
I
So
used to think it's grace of Guru only. There also you corrected me, saying it is grace of God and Guru ka guidance hai. मेरे लिए Guru ही है God.
so this week we have got the topic. This Friday is Guru. And what do I tell you? What would I be? What would I be without my Guru? I would be nothing.
Yeah.
I would when I used to tell my Guru, Dada, I am nothing but a piece of stone, and you have taken me and you have chiseled me and you have polished me. I tell Dada, he would say, if you are a piece of stone, I have his voice note on this. He says, if you are a piece of stone, then I am not even a grain of sand. This is how my master used to talk to me, and this is the voice recording I have got. So the master's humility. But today we are in a very important subject. I am challenging all of you. You have a choice. You can be ordinary in this world. Ordinary in this world means what? You're buying hang choli for
Sir, your voice is breaking. Sir, go on. Voice is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay, if it breaks, tell me. Otherwise, I have to go back inside.
Started saying ordinary means what? You started saying that.
So ordinary means being like an ordinary person in this world who is just so caught up in the ordinary pleasures and possessions. That is being ordinary. That is, that is just saying, मुझे ये ice cream चाहिए, मुझे ये shirt चाहिए, मुझे ये माला चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे. So if you want to be at peace, the last E of peace is eliminate desire. I will give you the whole acronym. But the last alphabet, as long as na, jo tera, wo mera, jo mera, wo mera, jo tera, wo bhi mera. When that becomes the point, we have to learn to live a life of, for example, for me, to live an extraordinary life means to love God. How many of you have learned to love God? To live an ordinary life means just to bhakti. Bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. 6 billion people do bhakti. But how many people do go from bhakti to anubhuti? How many people go from bhakti to mukti? That is the challenge. Okay, good. Premchandji, if you lose my voice, you all must let me know. Okay, so I know the voice has gone.
Shivam Gurudev.
Namaskar.
Shivam Gurudev. To me, the extra requires mind plus ego. So if it is with us, the people will say he's an extraordinary person. But if I live in an ordinary way, no, I do not attract the attention of the others. I am on my path of mother enlightenment. Then to look as an ordinary man is far better than to look like an extraordinary man.
So Premchandji, I'm asking you a question.
Yes, sir.
8 billion people in this world are living an ordinary life because they don't know.
No, sir. They are living below ordinary. My appearance, I am talking about appearance. If anywhere I show that I am interested in enlightenment path and I am busy on this, people will ask, अरे यार बड़ा एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी आदमी है देखे पूछे इससे कहाँ तक पहुंचा कोई पूछेगा क्या बता बट इफ आई एम लिविंग साइलेंटली with my own. I know I am extraordinary doing, but in appearance I am an ordinary man, so I do not attract the attention of others. That where do I am and how long I am there.
Being extraordinary does not mean that you should.
Otherwise, I am extraordinary. I do agree.
Okay, then you got your point is well taken. Let us hear Samatma. Samatma, thank you, Premchandji. Samatma. Samatma. Are you unmuting Samatma? And then Vanita. I can't hear Samatma. Samatma? Yes, now I can hear you.
Really, life has taken a 360 turn for me since I started attending this call, because I was ordinary, attached to samsar, available to everyone 24/7. Over the years, like now when I'm attending this, drastically when I changed, I don't know. But since I made enlightenment my only priority, I've got my life into control. And nobody can trigger me, nobody can control me to such an extent that they get triggered. And by chance, even if I get triggered, it's just a split of a second that I come back. So it is I've drastically changed, and I've started loving to be by myself in silence. Also, that was something which I never enjoyed before. So it has really changed.
So that is beautiful, because I want you all to realize just this, that you are blessed to be extraordinary, and this does not mean bringing pride. Even Premchandji little bit said that I want to look. No, we are not. Are we trying to look extraordinary? Are we trying to boast of our wisdom? Are we trying to boast our enlightenment? Nah. Because enlightenment.
So really people think we are a bore.
Enlightenment itself means, Samatma, what does enlightenment means? It means we are all part of the one supreme. Yes. But it is that realization of the truth that is extraordinary. Now we have an option. We have an option to be caught in thought. We have an option to be slave of the mind and ego me, or we have an option to be free. Who is the one who is free? Whose life is extraordinary. Being extraordinary means not being Krishna, but being Krishna, Krishna. Why did Sunil Chittal say he has become Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham? Why did Samhita decide to be called Samatma? Why are we in that state of transformation? Because when there is a state of transformation, that transformation is becoming extraordinary. It is not a worldly achievement we are talking about. We are talking about an extraordinary anubhuti. We are talking about an extraordinary realization. Right, Samatma? So when you are evolving on this path, what do you feel? You feel, wow. What did Krishna say? I've been coming on this call, and every time, every day, I get this sense of feeling is an inner extraordinary feeling. It is not holding a jhanda and not going and making a big announcement about I am great. Now, the feeling of extraordinary is realizing I am nothing.
I'm nothing.
And therefore I have become everything. The moment we realize I am not I, then we become one with the power in the sky. Our challenge is that, and the Upanishads said it thousands of years ago, Neti, Neti, Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi. The Upanishads told it thousands of years ago. What I am telling now is nothing. But why have we not picked up what is written in the Upanishads? Aham Brahmasmi. What does it mean? It does not mean I am great. It does not mean I am a God. It means I am not. Only God is. Good. Thank you, Vanita.
Shivam Guruji. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is ordinary person will live like ordinary people, learn, earn and burn and then come back to earth. But whereas we have learned that maybe before joining that, probably we were also in that only, going to the temple and doing good things. Good karma means you are getting good karma, that will come back to you. That was all what we knew. But after joining this call, we have evolved. Definitely, there is a transformation. First, to realize the purpose of life, you only taught us who am I, why I am here, and we walk on the spiritual path to attain moksha. That is our goal. So that will definitely that leads to an extraordinary life. Slowly, gradually, when we walk on this path and contemplate and realize and loving God and live like a divine soul. That
Most beautiful answer.
metamorphosis, like a butterfly,
You
we
have,
have
you
to
have
find.
given you have given the most beautiful answer. You have given the most beautiful answer of this evening. How beautifully Vanita has said. That's why in this call, the divine speaks. And what did the divine tell us just now? She told us so beautifully. She said, an ordinary life is one who will learn and earn and burn and return. And once again, you will earn after you learn and you will burn. You know, just now, Vanita, I was going. I don't know if you can see. You can't see that. I was going, and there were
Yes.
people going in a gondola up in the mountains.
Okay.
They were going skiing. They were going skiing.
Okay.
So I was very funny. I was observing them in a very funny manner. You know what they were doing? They were going up the mountain, then they were skiing and coming back. Then again,
Yes.
then again they were going up in the
They'll
mountain.
go up.
Again they were skiing. I was eating hot pasta and watching them. They're going up in the mountain and coming back, going up in the mountain and coming back, going up in the mountain. This is exactly what you said. You
Are
said
you
it so
still in
beautifully.
Murin? Are you still
I'm
in
still,
Murin?
yeah, I'm still in Munich. Tomorrow I go to Grindelwald. So, so, so this is a very beautiful place to come on a retreat.
Yeah.
It's a very, very amazing place. But so beautifully you said, an extraordinary person who will learn, earn, and then not return. The person will earn, and after you learn and earn, that person will evolve. I don't know whether we have a rhyming acronym after that. I've given you all, because you should not just burn and return. You have to become one with the divine. So I hope that. Thank you, Vanita, for your beautiful answer. Let me see Chidanand. What does Chidanand want to say? Chidanand, sir.
Om Guruji.
Sir.
I just wanted to add one more point. The mundane, ordinary life is what everybody leads. Then some
Yes.
people lead a extraordinary life, but a materialistic extraordinary life. They go into more of charity, this, that. Still, there is one more element of extraordinary and divine. The life has to where divinity manifests in an extraordinary way in one's life.
So therefore,
one is mundane and one extraordinarily mundane. People
so
achieve, they have their peak and they have a happiness, but still, see, as the divinity is not manifest.
So as Vanita told me, I'm giving Vanita a rhyme that she will remember. I hope Vanita is there on the call. So Vanita, what you need to do is you don't just learn and earn. Then what do you do, administrator? This is a new thing that we have got just now in the mountains of Murin. Sip gave me the answer. What do, Raji? We don't just learn and earn and burn and return. We learn, we earn, we turn. We turn and we yearn. We turn and we yearn for the divine. And then you become one with the divine. So this is what, with thanks to our dear Vanita, I was inspired in the mountains now. What did we get? You don't just learn and earn and burn and return. You learn and earn and turn and yearn and become one with the Supreme. This is the way to live. Thank you. Krishna and round two, Raji, Bliko, Krishna. Raji, Bliko, and Krishna.
Shivaham Guruji. Yes, as Vanita had told, we have become extraordinary after attending this call. Even I used to go to temple, this and that. Now only we have come to know what is the purpose of our life. Who am I? That we should know first.
So when somebody tells you, you tell somebody, I don't temple and that, they will tell, why you're speaking all badly, what is wrong in temple? What is the answer you tell them?
Guruji, nowadays we get so much happiness from inside. How to tell you? So much happy that we don't worry. Log kya kahenge? Logon ko
So why?
kaam
So
kehna hai.
why you are saying temple is not important? I'm asking you.
Because the happiness we get from inside, not going
Why?
there. There only
Why?
people chat. Now only I came to know how people they come. After that, before that, only some little bit of time there, bhajans and all. Anyway, I will not sit and chat and all. I used to come immediately, but many people are going only for that. They want to meet people. They want this show off, all these things.
When somebody tells me why you don't encourage temple, I tell because Prabhu mandir mein nahi, Prabhu to andar mein.
Andar hai. Guruji, nowadays one more song daily, myself and Vanta we are singing. मुझे दर्शन देना परमात्मा, मुझे दर्शन दे दो परमात्मा.
Very good, very good, very good.
That is
भटक गया हूँ मैं इस जग में, भटक गया हूँ मैं इस जग में, अपना बना दे ओ परमात्मा. Darshan means Prabhu's under na, Prabhu's under.
In that only, मंदिर मंदिर मैं जाता हूँ पर तुझे नहीं पाता हूँ. That only.
मंदिर मंदिर मैं जाता हूँ पर तुझको मैं ना पाता. सुना है कि तू अंदर है
बसता.
सुना है कि तू अंदर है बसता, अंदर जाऊं कैसे बता देना. अंदर जाऊं कैसे? मंदिर तो कोई भी जा सकता है, अंदर कैसे जाना? अरे मंदिर तो कोई भी जा सकता है ना. Correct, Raji? Tell me about extraordinary and ordinary. What are you saying?
Extraordinary, we have come to this path of divinity, Guruji. So that is the purpose of our life, which many people, not many, out of 1 lakh people, one person comes to this, and out of that 1 lakh, only one gets that realization. And we are mostly that part. So lakh, in that we are coming towards it.
You
so
are
it is
lucky.
really extraordinary.
Always be in that state of Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. Huh?
Yes, Guruji.
So we have to be that state of gratitude. Thank you, Raji.
Nowadays, fully love and love for SIP.
Yes.
Because love,
Raji, love is the SIP, Raji.
Correct.
Not love for, love is SIP. Because the moment love is for the skin, it's not love.
Yes.
Love is for the divine that is within.
And your acronyms are also very, this mumukshutva and consciousness. So because in mumukshutva only SIP is there. Making SIP a priority, union with SIP, madly for SIP, soul for SIP, knotting with SIP, sacrifice sansara for SIP, having thirst for SIP, total surrender for SIP, unwavering quest for SIP, vairagya, always SIP in lip.
Mumukshu is only SIP now. SIP should be on the lip. The divine is always in my lip. Even when a sip of coffee I sip, even a sip of coffee when I sip, the divine is on my lip. Even the sip of coffee when I sip, the divine is on my lip. This is how you should, whether every sip you have, the sip must have sip. Every sip must have sip. Okay, good, Raji. Bliko, Rekha, Sukeshani, Krishna, Monal. Bliko.
Shivoham, everybody, Shivoham.
Sure.
Then when we talk about extraordinary and ordinary, I get the feeling of, that element in the chemistry is C, right? Everybody is carbon. But when the carbon get compacted and become diamond, it becomes extraordinary. But still it is a carbon.
Beautiful. See how Brico is given a new tangent to the realization. A piece of carbon is ordinary. But when that carbon becomes extraordinary, it becomes a diamond. Now, we are not talking about diamond in the material sense. We are talking about diamond in the sense of it being an extraordinary creation of the Supreme. Even diamond is created by Supreme. It is we are not talking about Swarovski diamonds. We are talking about we are,
And that too, this one is the change is internal, and it is not visible from outside. With the ordinary people, everybody will look ordinary, because their eyes are ordinary, so they cannot find out who is extraordinary, right?
Ramana
So with a
Maharishi.
certain
Ramana Maharishi was ordinary, but he was extraordinary. Ramakrishna Paramahansa was ordinary, but he was
from
extraordinary.
outside, outside it looks ordinary person. All the
Adi,
people
Adi Shankara was ordinary.
ordinary person, yes.
So it is
And
for us.
one more thing I want to add, like Raji said, this is very important, that purpose. If you ask anybody or ask 100 people, what is the purpose of your life? They will say different thing. Oh, my purpose is to become prime minister. My purpose is to become millionaire. My person is to become coming first in the class, or so many things. People are so misguided with this purpose. They don't know the purpose of life. So finding the purpose of life is the first step to become extraordinary.
I met a bunch of people, and this bunch of people, they told me, when we were younger, we were told, what is purpose? What is purpose? Then all our uncles and aunties, they told us, you become IIT, you become IIT, you become AIS, you become AIS officer, you become IIT. Now all these IITs and AISs and all these big designate, they're all thinking now, who am I? Why am I here? After going round and round in circles, you become IIT, you become all these big officers. Huh? Then after that, then you start asking the question, मैं क्या है, मैं जिंदगी का क्या मतलब क्या है? What is the purpose after becoming a bureaucrat in the government of India? Then what? You become the chief justice. The chief justice comes in front of Adi Shankara and tells, Swamiji, अभी बताओ, I'm chief justice of India. अभी क्या करूं, बोलो थोड़ा, हमारे को ज्ञान दो थोड़ा, क्या करना है. So this is the big challenge. Okay, Rekha Parwani.
Shivoham here.
Shivoham.
It's so sad that over the years, being extraordinary, being a divine soul, we have lived ordinary, thinking we have the body, mind, and
Very
suffering. And we've
Very
been suffering because of that. The triple suffering we have.
So this is the biggest challenge, to realize we are not the ordinary body, mind, ego. We are the extraordinary soul. See, this is what we have to realize. This is the goal. The body, mind, and what is body? Body is nothing but panch tattva. In the end, it will become nothing but ashes.
Yes.
But you are not those ashes. When are you going to? That's why I don't know, Vanita, you heard me telling, you inspired a new answer, Vanita. We should not just learn and earn. Huh, Vanita? You heard me giving the answer? We should not learn and earn. We should turn. We should turn and yearn.
Come on for yes.
Turn and yearn for
Yearn for the divine. Right.
Okay, so good. Thank you. We have got Krishna, Monal. So sorry, Sukeshni, then Krishna and Monal. Sukeshni.
Evening, sir.
Yes.
Actually, yes, extraordinary, definitely, because that feeling of gratitude every minute.
I think so. Sukeshni, we lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please continue.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, continue, Sukeshni. Please continue.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Sukeshni, please continue.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Okay, we'll wait for her to come back. Krishna, shoot Krishna. Let's Krishna can come back next. Krishna. and you got an incoming call. This is what happens. You know what happens just now? You all saw just now what happened. Did you all notice? When we are in yoga with the divine, when we are in yoga with the divine, we get an incoming call from Bhoga. When you get an incoming call from Bhoga, the yoga is broken. Girish, you saw Girish? The yoga gets disconnected with Bhoga. Then instead of saying मैं एक yogi, you say मैं एक भोगी, संसार के भोग में मैं डूबा. So we shouldn't. But this is not Sukeshini's fault. She got an incoming call. Krishna, Monal, Komal, and Sukeshini. Krishna.
Yes, मुझे तो जो राजी बोला था वही एंड राजी का वर्ड्स में इतना क्या बोलते हैं इतना एक सुकून मिलता है दैट इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू से इट इज फाइनली द इनर एटीट्यूड एंड सर मुझे ये भी पूछना है कि व्हेन यू बिकम एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी कंप्लीटली the others also will be touched by your presence, right? Like
Absolutely.
you.
That is depends on you. When you become extraordinary, you have three options. Some people, when they become extraordinary, they lose their head. They try to become powerful. They try to show that they are powerful people. Then they drop. Some people who are extraordinary, they are lost in that extraordinariness. Some people are blessed. They become an instrument of the divine. Though like Vivekanand. Vivekanand was an instrument of the divine. He went to America. He went for what? For what? He had no agenda. So those people who get a calling to become an instrument, then their extraordinary vibrates to the world. Now today we are doing so many recordings with so many people, right? For what? Is it just to create to name and fame? Is it just to become famous and create name and fame? Our objective is to let the message reach the world. And the message is not reaching the world.
So मुझे लग रहे थे कि हमारा life has not changed. Like, what can I say? The same husband, same children, but I inspire whatever it is. Life में एक happiness तो बढ़ गया है that we have, inside से होता है.
Yeah, because you have transformed. Your happiness has changed because your philosophy has transformed. Your attitude has changed. So that is important. Your paradigm has changed. Your belief has changed. Your realization has changed.
And sir, the only two lines of your bhajan which I know is वो दिल के अंदर वाला bhajan.
दिल के अंदर प्रभु का है एक धाम, छोटा सा धाम. मेरे अंदर प्रभु का है एक स्थान, छोटा सा स्थान. मैं नहीं हूँ, है मंदिर इसका नाम, इसका नाम. I am not me, I am a temple of God. Beautiful. Yes, Monal. Monal, your time for Monal, and then Komal, Sukeshini, Meenakshi. Monal.
AiR, I wanted to share that I have also realized that I don't have to become extraordinary. I am extraordinary. And I just have to the moment I realize that, one morning in my sleep, when I got the message that I am that what I am seeking, is when it was completely revealed. And the love and gratitude that I have, love for a grain of sand is equal to the love for maybe the most powerful or person on earth or the entire cosmos, and a grain of sand are both the same. The gratitude that I have for each and every moment, it is filled with everything. Each and every moment is, I feel like dancing in each and every moment. It is.
Yeah, that is called anubhuti. That is called, you get an anubhuti. And you said something beautiful. What did you say? I am extraordinary. I don't have to become. Do you know the story of Michelangelo? Do you know the story?
No.
Michelangelo was very busy. Krishna, you know the story? Michelangelo was very busy chipping a statue. He was making a statue. After he carved out the most beautiful statue, everybody came and told, wow, wow, wow. And Michelangelo said, hello, मैंने क्या किया? Not in Hindi. He said, I only removed unnecessary pieces of stone. The statue was already inside. The statue was already inside. I only took out the tick, 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 the unnecessary part. This is what Monal Jain just now said. Monal said we are already extraordinary. We have to only remove the ordinary pieces out of our life. If you remove the ordinary parts out of your life, what will shine is the extraordinary. If you keep on clinging to the ordinary, if you keep on clinging to the ordinary things of life, then the extraordinary you will not be revealed. The extraordinary you will only be revealed when you chisel away the ordinary things in life. Thank you, Monal. Komal, Sukeshni, Meenakshi. Komal. And then we will close. Komal, Sukeshni, Meenakshi. Komal.
Yes. What I wanted to, why I've come again is like when I spoke first, I was clear in my mind, but I was speaking about the outward success, ordinary, extraordinary, then back to ordinary. But now I'm changing it, extraordinary, then ordinary, then again extraordinary. Because I am extraordinary, but sometimes I become ordinary. Then I realize I am that. Then I become extraordinary.
I'm
I'm
happy.
changing the other way around.
I'm happy you've taken the right perspective. Thank you, Komal. Sukeshni, Meenakshi. Sukeshni and Meenakshi.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good
First of
evening.
all, thank you very much for all that you have been daily giving us. You know, it's like a bread and butter for me because anytime I'm thinking, I think only on these subjects nowadays. Means
Good.
any issue comes, I relate here and then, you know, contemplate that and then I can get.
There was a man who was deeply in love with his girlfriend. And every time his girlfriend would send a letter, he would run. In those days, there was no email. He would run to the post office and say, Chitti aaya, chitti aaya, chitti aaya. No chitti from girlfriend. Then again, next day, he would run, chitti aaya, no chitti from girlfriend. When the chitti from the girlfriend used to come, he would hug the postman, kiss the postman, and say, "Oh, thank you, postman." I always think I am a postman. I am only a postman. I bring the chitti to you, right? So it is for you to have the bond with the divine, and you to be in love with the divine. That the letter must come from the divine. I am only postman. Okay, tell me.
So that's what every moment is filled with gratitude and looking forward for the next challenge. Like, you know, it's never like, "Arey, why me?" Like, that is completely gone. And definitely there's like every moment is living with gratitude.
So, Sukeshni, you are, like I told you about Michelangelo's story, you are extraordinary. Chip off the ordinary. What you're saying, you're every day you're listening to the extraordinary topics. You're reflecting on extraordinary topics. If you mix up extraordinary and ordinary, it will become half-half. It is for you to focus only on the extraordinary and drop like Michelangelo. He chipped off the ordinary. What was left was the most extraordinary. Chip off, chip off, chip off. Okay, Meenakshi Jain, and then spiritual administrator wants to say something, but first Meenakshi Jain.
Hi, sir, Shivoham. Sir, I
Yes.
think I feel I am the extraordinary because of you only. I found you. That is why I am extraordinary. So that is the thing which I wanted to tell you. Like, because I feel I have magic to live in this world because of you. I found the way to live in this earth. So I think that is the most beautiful thing and most extraordinary thing.
मैं क्या हूँ कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ तुम ही हो प्रभु, तुम बिन मैं क्या कुछ भी ना. Remember, we are all लहर एक हूँ मैं प्रभु, आता मैं जाता प्रभु, तू है समुंदर सारा, तुझ में समाता प्रभु, तुझी से मैं आता कुछ भी ना. We are all manifestations. Let us realize this. Because when we realize we are manifestations of the divine, then we will be in that state of ecstasy, that ecstasy of divine love, that ecstasy of yoga. That is the challenge. Yes, spiritual administrator, you want to say something?
Thank you, sir.
AiR, I believe Shrisha Yermeli wanted to ask. She had sent a
Yes.
note, so she's raised
Yes.
her hand.
Yeah. Please let us speak. Srisha, yes. Yes, Srisha, please ask. Unmute. Please unmute. Please unmute. Unmute. Yes. Now talk.
Good evening, sir. I'm Sirisha from Hyderabad.
Yes, Risha.
So, yeah, namaste.
Namaskar to you.
I have no questions to ask, but one thing I want to convey, that is, I am a baby. I'm not in a learning stage, or I'm not a master. I don't want to take any big words into my mind, but a very simple life I'm leading. And I came to Bangalore, and very fortunately, I visited the temple Shivoham project, and I'm into meditation since 20 years. And your Tattvamasi, the great song, which really taking me to little higher dimensions. So I have a great regard for you, and I'm not that perfect in asking any question or getting answer. Thank you so much for
So please
listening to
come.
my.
Please come to this call every day. There are many masters in this call and many manifestations of the divine. By listening to everybody, you will evolve on the journey. Huh? When you say Tattvamasi neti neti tum ho vahi ye nahi ye nahi. I don't know which Tattvamasi song you heard because there are many Tattvamasi songs.
Yes.
Huh? Mahavakya ye. Huh?
Mahavakya.
महावाक्य ये कहता है यही तुम एक आत्मा हो तन मन नहीं तत्त्वमसि नेति नेति. You are not this, you are that. Unfortunately, when we become this, we become ordinary. We are divine. We are divine. But
Yes, sir.
we forget we are divine. We are sip, but sip goes away from the lip, and we slip, and we slip, and we should not slip. So good, this call today. Thank you, everybody. We have got a new perspective. Everybody, I hope it's clear. Some people thought we are talking of a different extraordinary. The challenge of being extraordinary is neti neti tattvamasi. The challenge of being extraordinary is realizing you are sip. I am a soul, soul is sip, I am sip, sip is an all. The challenge is, I taught you all many things today. Don't forget. I taught you, don't just what Vanita told, ordinary life, people they learn and earn. They burn and they return. Extraordinary life, what happens? We learn, we earn, we turn, and we yearn. We turn and we yearn for the divine. So this is the extraordinary life. The ordinary life is to keep on breaking a stone. In the extraordinary life, you chip off the ordinary, and the beautiful statue of the extraordinary will reveal itself. When you chip off the ordinary things in you, the divine in you will shine. May the divine in you shine. With folded hands, I bow down to you.